Hello and welcome to episode 368 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B. Joined in studio by Bronell Harv, and Knoop's back from his trip to Palm Springs or something like that.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, so I can't wait to hear how much fun you had down there golfing. But the course opened here in Moose Jaw, so we finally got to play for the first time this year. We'll talk more about that. We're also going to recap Scottie Scheffler's win at the CJ Cup Byron Nelson at TPC Craig Ranch.
Just barely.
A little bit, smattering. Bryson wins on the live in the middle of the night with their schedule that's supposed to be lighter in travel, but yet they're traveling more than the PGA Tour is, which is interesting. We'll briefly touch on that and a lot more. First Player Cup of the season coming up here in Saskatchewan, which we'll talk to right now because we're sponsored by Player Golf, plyrgolf.com. Use the promo code DRIVETHEGREEN for 20% off your order. It is second weekend in May. It is the Player Cup Kickoff Classic presented by Drive the Green Golf.
I don't think
Elbow.
anything creeps up faster than Player Cup Elbow. Nothing in the world.
Well, it's because
Christmas, nothing else.
Old age?
creeps- old age, maybe.
it's like waiting for golf season.
the
It's
hell
here,
does
and
that
you have
mean?
to do this
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
So, so we're heading out to. We got a van full going from Moose Jaw, and then a sold out tournament in Elbow this year. So it's been creeping up. I think this is the third year we've done it now. Is it 3 or 4 now? 3, I think. But it was
3.
Yeah,
They
three
bringing
quarters
This is
full,
year
almost
3.
full,
Yeah.
now right full.
Are they
Sold
bringing
out.
a bus down from Saskatoon again?
I'm
or-
not sure. Haven't talked to Chase about that. But the weather looks good. 25 degrees. It's
Yeah.
always windy in Elbow, which is unfortunate. But last year it was like 60K wind. So if we can get 30 to 40, that's still a victory.
It'll feel nice, yeah.
Yeah. So 25 degrees. We've been pretty spoiled with the spring we've had so far. That's just a matter of time before you get 2 cold weeks somewhere. I just don't know when they're coming.
The winds of shit always pop up in May.
Yeah.
Always.
You're talking about things creeping up, though. We got Player Cup this weekend, and then 2 weekends off, and then Elkridge.
Yeah.
That's it, eh? Just 2
2 or
weekends?
3?
Mm-hmm.
It's got
2.
No, it's more
17,
than that.
24. Oh, yeah,
It's
3.
3.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
sorry.
going to say.
So we're almost there. And then before you know it, it'll be the 8th annual Labor Day Classic.
Yeah. That's another one that creeps up when
Yeah.
July and August go by in 5 seconds.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about our rounds here shortly, but we're also members of the Callaway team. So we had our opportunity to get out and use the elite drivers outdoors finally on our home course. I would say good reviews, mixed reviews on the people swinging them, but general good reviews on the clubs themselves, which is nice. Mini driver's not here yet, so I'm a little bit down that the season started, but the
You
mini
don't need
driver's
it.
not here. But 3-wood was good, yeah.
3-wood is very
Play-
good.
I'm playing tomorrow, so hopefully I can figure out some of the short game issues that I had. Also drinking some lawnmowers. It's warm outside, other than obviously rain today where we are. But Bronell and I have lawnmowers. I brought over 18 Browns, maybe 3 months too late to the studio.
Oh, I'll still drink them.
Yeah, like rainy nights like
Yep.
tonight.
Like tonight, it's be perfect.
Have a Brown. And last but not least, we're proud members of the Mecklenburg Financial Group family. They had their, I guess it was so well attended last week, the self-storage seminar that they had. They had to have 2.
Really?
So they had the
Good for them.
evening one, and then they added actually an afternoon one. So lots of people hearing, the grumblings and the good things about self-storage, car washes, those types of, alternative investments that we've talked about on the show for about a year now. More and more people getting into those.
Cool.
So if you're interested, if you're one of those people who didn't have a chance to go to the open house, reach out to Rich or any of the boys at MFG Limited, and they'll be sure to hook you up with whatever you're looking for. Okay, our weeks. I'll go first, I guess. Are we going to talk about we pretty much try to play a round as DTG at least a few times a year. We had our opening day round together, which might be the only one we have other than Elkridge. Who knows? Mixed reviews. Thoughts? Anyone else? Okay. I like I said, didn't have a mini driver, so hitting 3-wood all over the place. Pretty straight. Felt pretty good. Just putter was good. Just that kind of approach, shots gained approach. I would be like dead last in the field.
Mm.
A PGA Tour event. Can't hit a green. It doesn't matter if you can putt or not.
Yeah.
'Cause you're putting for pars and bogeys.
Yeah.
Usually that's your best part of your game, probably.
Yeah, because I can hit iron straight.
Yeah.
But when you thin a few, then they lead to penalty strokes because you've hit them over the green into penalty areas. That's a problem. So
Biggest takeaway for me so far playing with the clubs, wedges. I know Bronell and I talked about it on our round on Friday. Nothing wrong with the high toes, but I'd had them for 3 seasons. I've hit a few balls with them. They were a little wore out. So you get those new wedges in play, and they get a little more spin on them, zip back. Just I don't know.
I
They
really
look
like the
more
look of these
traditional.
Opus wedges.
Yeah.
Just
They're-
looking down at
They're
them.
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't we have this exact conversation last week?
Well, last week we were talking about
Probably.
looking at them.
Oh,
we hadn't
right.
played yet. Because I was a huge full toe guy as well. But
Yeah.
now going back to the traditional wedge style, it's like, oh, I kind of miss this.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, I think that's good. I made a birdie, so I guess I'll keep playing. I said on 16, if I don't make this, I'm done for the year. And I missed. I actually took a read from Knoop's kid, his 7-year-old. Gave me the right read. I just hit a bad putt. So
Right.
I did blame it on him, even though he
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
give me the right read. So that's why I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to play tomorrow. So other than that, I just golfed. I watched. I mean, you guys did as well. The electric end to the first round of the NHL playoffs. Like
That's one of the best first rounds of all time.
best first rounds of all
Oh,
time.
yeah.
I mean,
capped
other
in
than
the best
other
way.
than the Habs and Sens losing, right, Harv? But
Yeah,
Right?
that stings.
But like, it always
But the
feels
West
like
was unreal.
yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like every year is the best year. Like it just you
Eh.
forget how good
Last
some
year
of these
sucked.
games are.
Playoff hockey is just really good.
it's
Yeah.
the best playoff
But to
sport.
have 2 home teams come from behind, like
Mhm.
2 goal deficits in the third period, especially like scoring with 1 second left is just
Yeah.
insanity.
I mean, yeah, both your West teams advanced.
Yes,
so
and they're playing each other, so one's in the West final.
one's got to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if playoff sports, it would go hockey, then baseball, then football and basketball, or basketball.
Basketball's
football?
dead last.
Football
No.
and basketball.
Basketball's pretty good.
No, basketball.
It's
is-
not better than those
Definitely
3.
hockey, baseball are 1-2.
yeah, I think so.
Baseball?
Oh,
Yeesh.
Playoff baseball is up there
You're
with
watching
hockey.
every single pitch.
Yeah, it's up there with hockey.
I think it's
I don't know.
more. I think it's more because hockey and baseball. Well, basketball to some. Football actually might be last because
I think I agree.
you have to think of the nature of the sport and how it fits into like playoffs, right? So many of those, like baseball has extra innings, hockey has overtime, basketball has overtime. Like big plays can literally win you the game. Where like those last second touchdowns just are so rare.
Well, the championship
2-minute
games,
drives.
like the first couple rounds and the championship games are really good.
Well,
Super
and
Bowls, whatever. For
it's
me.
also it's one game.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of
Yeah, the series makes
anticlimactic.
it.
Hey, what about the FedEx Cup playoffs?
When they
We
fix
forgot
it,
about that
maybe-
one.
When they
Yeah,
fix
when they
it,
fix
maybe.
the match play, yeah.
How is that not included?
But yeah, I think the capper to have the end of the first round be one of the best finishes in playoff history
yeah.
is just crazy. His latest goal ever to tie a game 7. And then, yeah, coaching. I had mentioned last week on the show that I have a kid's sport until May 28th. Well, it's May 5th, so I only have 23 more days to get through. But it is somewhat good to know that I think my wife and I are coaching my daughter's house team. And usually
that's
house
fun.
sports aren't great because the All-Stars are obviously where it's at. But our host team, almost every girl on that plays on one of the other teams. So it's like, how did we get all these good players? And so we're 2 games in and we're just pounding teams. So it's going to be a good year. People are going to hate us because we're way too good, and they're going to want to probably try to take some of our players and move them around. But so that's going to the park on
Veto that.
Mondays and Wednesdays will be fine, and Tuesdays and Thursdays is absolute hell. Because my son's house team is the exact opposite. We got 4 kids that can't even catch. It's
That's too
awful.
old.
It
Too
evens
old
out.
for that.
Coming,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're
coming
too
from
old.
AAA. AAA, my son's played on the last 2 years, and then he didn't make the AAA team, so now he has to go back in the house. And he came home after that game. He's like, "Can I just only play on the AA team?" I'm like, "No, you have to play in house." He's like, I don't want to play in this anymore. He like hates it
I
because he's
believe it.
playing catch with the kids on his team and they can't catch the ball. He's coming from kids that can. Oh, it's so frustrating. Like they're built. We're talking about 11-year-olds, and the kids. Well, one kid tried to build a like a dirt castle.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
And then we're playing at the park on East End that has a train track behind us. Middle of an inning, like we're batting, and we're like, "Hey, make sure you're up on the bench helping your team." And this kid out of nowhere just screams, "Guys, there's a train going across the tracks!" And everyone, like in the entire park's just like, "What the hell?" He's just out on a different planet.
Wow.
And then you could hear it, and then he sees it, and he's like, "That's the train I was talking about." It's like, oh my God, Lucas, settle down. But good news, back-to-back single digits. I only had 7 drinks this past week.
Nice.
I did, however, we talked about last week, I surrendered my dog. So the kilometers took a slight hit. I've been walking by myself instead of with the dog. So I only got 46 in this week, my first week under 50 in a while. But I'm up to 285 drinks, and I got 235 in the kit. So I gained another 8 this week.
He might do it, you guys. He might do it.
Well, it's 15K to 7 beers in May. So
Wait till he has
Maybe
40
3
drinks at Elk.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. For
40?
this weekend?
40, it might be 60. Well, no,
3
I'm gonna
nights.
I'm going to
3
drive
nights.
the
You're
van
driving.
to Elbow. So,
Are you driving
Yeah.
back too? Because
I think so.
I got to be up early for a tournament the next
well,
day.
don't
so
say
I can,
that out loud to me, because then I will have 7 on Saturday.
But I also don't want to drive back.
Yeah, because it's hell in that van
And
all
there's
the drunk people.
deer and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that road sucks.
Just don't take the
I
gravel.
just might stay dry. Yeah, so that's it for me.
I'll go next. Yeah, we did golf there on Friday. I got to shout out GMAC and
Big
from
time
First
shout
Tee.
out.
Like
Yeah.
he,
Bend your knees, lower your hands. You're fixed.
that's all it took. Now I just got to figure out chipping, and we might have a golf game here, fellas.
We might make a good team because all I can do is chip right now. So,
We're not a
your
team,
only-
no.
but only inside like 30 yards. Anything over
Legends, I
that.
guess.
Legends.
Legends. We're just
Legends.
with
Little
holding
chips.
up-
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
I will say, Harv, few years ago, this is Trust Circle.
Absolutely.
The few years ago, you were quite good, and then I caught up to you. But seeing you play on Friday there, it's like I don't think I can get to that level if you're going to hit it that far and straight.
He might
Oh,
be,
he was-
might be 2 in the group
He was
now.
quite errant like 4 years ago.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Off the tee, anyways.
it was
No,
probably
right before we got Callaway's.
Yeah.
Because that helped big time too.
yeah. I
Just
to,
getting fit.
That's right.
to Knoop's point, it was when we started this show. You and Bronell were really close to each other, and I was way down. And then I've slowly been creeping up, and Bronell's slowly been coming to me. And then you kind of came down with him a little bit, and we were all pretty close. But
Yeah.
now it's starting to be.
I peaked 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I'll never be as good as I was 4 years ago.
So
Was that, oh, yeah, that was 4. I was
big
gonna say
shout out to
3.
GMAC. But I do got to figure out chipping because I just have no idea. Every time I want
That's
to
your
slide underneath it and send it high, I like hit it too hard, and then when I'm trying to play it low, I chunk it. Like it's just not working right now. So that's got to get fixed. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for tomorrow for Knoop to see our baseball team for the first time.
3 weeks into the season.
I'm very interested from the things that you have told me. See what it
it's a
looks like out
crapshoot.
there.
Like we could show up and be the best team you've ever seen, or we could show up and
He was
People
saying that
be
he was a
rolling on
little
the
sick
ground.
tonight and almost missed the pod, so maybe
I
he
actually
won't
feel
even
better.
be there
I
tomorrow.
actually feel better now this afternoon.
And then the only other thing this week, I stumbled across a few interesting things on Instagram. So
a few.
this guy did the 24-24-24 challenge. Did you see this one?
No.
So you got to run
Oh
or
yes.
walk
Yes. Sorry.
24 miles, eat 24 cheeseburgers, drink 24 beers in 24 hours. He didn't do it. He didn't get it done.
What a coward.
And you know what he didn't get done? The burgers.
I could see that's
Like, what are we talking for burgers?
McDonald's
just-
cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
oh,
just-
that's nothing. Then. That's like 3 burgers then, total.
Yeah,
I think I saw
couldn't
like a
believe-
bigger dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was eating 2 at a time to start it.
Yeah.
and yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you just eat them all, like right out the gates in
And
like
then
an
go for a
hour?
run.
And then if it takes you 10 hours, like you got 24 hours, it takes you 10 hours to walk 24 miles.
I mean,
find
it's
it
pretty.
hard
It's
to
a pretty simple 3-meal, 8 burgers per meal situation, is it not?
And 8 beers.
Those are tiny burgers, man.
I know, but you still got to drink 24 beer.
Well, that's the easy part. That's the easiest one. That's
Give me 20 minutes. They were Coors Light. It wasn't like they were
that's
delicious lawnmowers here. But and then I found this algorithm, and I went to this guy's page and probably watched like 30 videos. But all he does is he goes through drive-throughs and then orders the same thing that the car in front of him got.
Oh, yeah, I've
and
seen
then
that guy.
reviews them. And every time someone doesn't get a drink, he's like, "What the fuck are these people doing?"
you
Oh,
brought
man.
your own water, like
Yeah. I actually posted in our group chat today. My algorithm has this guy that he's life hacked everything that he does in life that costs some money. He goes and immediately plays progressive blackjack hands, so then he gets it for free.
Oh yeah.
So today was free parking, and his parking was $4. So then he goes into his app and he plays a $4 hand of blackjack. If he loses, he plays $8, and then he just goes until he wins, and then he's like, "See, free parking."
Yeah. You just got to be willing to put
Wow.
like 20K down
Yeah.
if you lose
Well,
20 in a row or
The
whatever.
other one was he got gas. It was $56. So then the guy at the pump beside him, he's like, "Come over here, sir." And they're playing it on his computer on the back of his car. He's like, "What would you do here?" Hit, and then he loses like 5 hands in a row. His last hand was, I think, $1,025 or something like that. And then he wins. He's like, "Free gas."
I did find a flaw in that one you posted today, though. He hit on 12 against the 5. I was like, what
I
are you
did see
doing,
that,
man?
yeah. It was just funny because he's
I
like, he
saw
just
a-
plays it till it's like, "See, free."
I saw a gambling one where the guy, like, it has to be fake. There's no way this person actually exists. But he goes into like a restaurant and he's like, "I'll take 20 cheeseburgers." And they're like, "Oh," he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to go feed the homeless." And then they give it to him for free. And then he sells the cheeseburgers and then puts the money in online gambling. And then he like loses it and he's like, "Sorry, homeless people." But he won a few times. He sold his truck, I guess, for like $7,500 and turned it into $100K.
Oh, that's good though.
Okay, sorry. Back to the algo that you were just talking about. So does he ask them what they got, or
No, he just
gets to the
says,
window and
"Give me
"Give
what the
whatever they
person
got."
in front of me got," and then he pulls it out. The one he went to Taco Bell, they got 2 bean burritos, and he was just like, "What are we doing here?" It's pretty good. I had 0 drinks, so 114 on the year.
All right, I'll go
Want
next.
me to go?
No, you got your trip to review.
Well,
so
I don't got.
and mine will be
much.
quick. I'm always quick. So just coaching baseball. Oldest hit his first home run ever tonight, so that was kind of cool. We lost, but whatever.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't care. What else? Had a yard sale, so I think we made like $120, which is way more than I thought. I thought we were going to sell absolutely nothing, but made $120, and then as soon as it's over, you just load up the truck and take that shit to the Salvation Army or the dump, and
Yep.
feels good to get rid of stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting. Our garage is filled with garage sale stuff, and we keep having kids shit, so we can't have a garage sale. And now my wife's like, "I want to park back in the garage." I'm like, "No, I purposely put all this stuff in the way of you being able to park in there, so you'll have this damn garage sale."
It's summer. Why does she want to park in there?
Well, that's the thing. That's the reason why we haven't had it yet. I almost want to do it in the winter time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Winter garage sale. Just open that thing, and ours isn't heated, so we don't have to worry about it. But yeah, it's
Winter
like,
garage.
Yeah.
if you want to have a garage sale, or you want to park in there, like, have this garage sale already, because it'll be fall, and then you'll make me move all the shit out of the way so you can park in there again.
Well, if you got any right-handed kids drivers in there, I'll take one.
Okay, sure.
Went golfing twice, I guess. That was Friday, Sunday, was it?
Yep.
So Friday we're playing. I have my shoes on for some reason up until the 13th hole, and decided to take them off. Immediate birdie, of course. And then Knoop on the next hole tells me he's got to go. He's got to go get his kid mid-round. First round of the year, DTG round, he's got to go. So I had to put my shoes back on and walk for 2 holes. I haven't been right ever since. I haven't been right. I mean, I birdied 18, but that was a weird one-off. Sunday awful because of that shoe incident. So
0 birdies Sunday.
I made one of 14.
All right.
Did you take
Could
your
have
shoes
made
off
eagle.
on Sunday?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
What
Earlier.
about that weird?
I
thing
hit every
that
tree on the
happened
course Sunday.
12?
Yeah. So our playing partner on 12, par 3, 190 at the Hillcrest, he hits it If you hit 7-iron, it's probably, it's going to land at the front of the green. Couldn't find it.
It was
Really?
the weirdest thing.
It wasn't going to hit that tree.
Well, the sun was kind of weird, but like we were looking at it, it's like, yeah, that'll be right on the front or on the fringe.
Yeah.
Got up there, it was
Gone.
gone.
Just like
So did it
embedded
hit the
somewhere.
tree
You guys
and-
couldn't find
No,
it?
it was right
It couldn't
in
have
the
been
tree.
embedded. It wasn't wet enough
Yeah.
to be embedded.
It wasn't embedded.
But when I was watching it, because I was right at the tee, I saw something like skip across back behind the green. But I was like, that couldn't have been a ball, like a bird
Yeah,
or something.
It was a
7
glitch
iron,
in the
200.
matrix.
It just doesn't make sense unless it just like hit a rock and kicked straight across. But there was nothing out front, like no sprinklers,
weird.
nothing.
It was the weirdest thing. Like on a par 3, like
Like sometimes you hit them in the middle of the fairway on a par 5 and you can't find them or whatever. Then maybe they go into a hole, but like there was nothing there that it could have
couldn't
gone
find the
into.
ball.
Yeah, weirdest thing.
it was odd. Yep.
So that was.
Do you have any booze this week?
I had a little bit of booze this week. Well, I played some golf, so ended up with 13 drinks this week. So
Okay.
out of the single digits, that was 4 in a row though I had, but up to 207 and 124.
4 in a row. Wow. Good for
Churchill
you.
Booze count. All right, let's hear your
It might
Churchill
be a
booze count.
might be a few without singles now.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Be back to your regular 9.
Yeah.
Hey, you had 4. You've earned 4.
That's right.
Yeah, I obviously missed last week. I took a little trip. First one of the year. Well, where else
Didn't you
did
go
I
to Phoenix?
Well, that was last year. That was 2024.
Oh, okay.
That was before Christmas. You went
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
You didn't go
Boxing Day.
Oh,
But you came back in the new year.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's when you leave. It's when you leave.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm with Knoop here. It's when you leave.
Yeah. So I ended up taking off to Palm Springs on Sunday. Landed. Pretty much went straight to PGA West. Went and played Nicholas tournament course. Super windy day. Fun track. Not a ton of water, which was nice for our, I guess, really the first round of the year. I know I did play dunes before that, but that doesn't count either.
What
Okay.
does count in your mind?
We'll
Like-
get to it. We'll talk.
so you're not
about some of
counting that
stuff.
as one of your rounds this year? That Dunes
Which
round?
one? Dunes? Yeah, I guess we
Did you
could.
put it in Golf
Yeah.
Canada?
We
I did,
could.
Yeah, we
Of
could.
course we are.
Yeah.
You paid money and golf.
And
All right,
put- and
fair.
put a
We'll count
score
it.
into Golf
So for
Canada.
my second round of the year, and then ended up going back the next day. We ended up playing Stadium. Pretty benign conditions for the most part. It wasn't super windy, but that place is fucking hard. They make it look fairly easy on TV. I know it's not one of the lowest or the easiest ones that they end up playing. Like they'll shoot 4 or 5 under for the most part there. There's so much trouble everywhere, and those greens are so freaking hard. Tough track. I think I was 81 that day, and I think I had 3 birdies. I think I lost 5 balls in the water, 4 balls in the water, something like that.
Still pretty good for 81.
Tough track. That was Monday, so Tuesday we ended up playing nice and early at our buddy's course. Essentially, the last couple of years we haven't been able to play it. It was shut down. The guy went bankrupt, but the community ended up banding together. They purchased it back,
Oh, really?
got it back open. They actually used to host the PGA Tour Skins game at this place, so it kind of sucked we never got to play it. But back open, place is awesome.
Yeah.
Greens are so hard. Yeah, it's a fantastic track. So played that Tuesday morning. Went back to the place, showered up, took a little plane ride to LA. Went and watched the Kings Oilers game on Tuesday night, and I mean, we talked about this before the pod tonight. Playoff hockey is just fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So much fun. Kings fans a little bit crazy. Ended up staying in LA, drove back the next day, played that same course again. Ended up meeting up with a couple Saskatchewan folk. Friend of the pod, Cade and Ty, were down there. They were also watching the game, the Oiler game. They went and met a couple girls at not Coachella, Stagecoach,
Yeah.
and ended up taking the game in with them. So
Oh,
met
wow.
met up with them at the game, kind of chatted with them, got them to come and play with us the next day. They had never played the course either, so that was nice. So they ended up coming back not with us, but came back and played the next day.
How did their games look?
Ended up beating them both that day.
Wow.
So
Well, you played it the day
Um,
before.
I did, yes.
Fine print.
Well, they're still pros. They're
You know
pretty
he's not
good.
giving him the tips.
They're pretty
either.
Yeah, no.
You were warmed up, yeah.
Well, what do you think they're down there doing? They're down there training to be good at golf.
It's a good point.
Right?
It's a good point.
But you're
Um,
always better on a course the second time.
I guess.
And you
That's
always
fair.
have the breaks
That's
to
fair.
look.
So that was really it for my trip. Other than we only saw a beverage cart twice the entire time we were out there.
In 4 rounds.
4 rounds in 33, 35 degree weather.
Wow.
It's something else down there. It's just laid back. I don't know if people just bring their own booze on. Obviously we did a little bit because it's kind of been the norm for us down there. You just don't see beverage cart people.
Speaking of beverage carts, did the Hillcrest get a legitimate beverage cart?
We did.
Yeah, I saw it out there on Sunday.
Yeah. It needs a little
It
bit
was
of work.
empty, but it was out there.
It's not quite running yet, but we're getting there.
Cute, eh?
So this will be my biggest week of the year. Pretty much doubled my drinks on the year up to this point. 46 over the last, I guess, 2 weeks. So
Wow.
gets me to 108 on the year.
Ooh.
You're 114?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I'm still fourth. I didn't think it was going to be possible to be in fourth until mid-May, but hey, here we are. It's going to last. Well, we'll see. We'll see. How
Sorry, I
it goes.
missed
Yeah,
that. What are you at?
108.
Wow.
You're at 2 something.
Oh, yeah.
Can I ask, or is it not appropriate to tell the sliding door story?
Sliding door story.
Didn't you say you broke a sliding door?
Oh, one of my I forgot to one of our playing companions playing Stadium. I think it was hole 16, so Alcatraz, the one with that big bunker that goes down. Maybe he's a little errant off the tee. He normally is. He gets a little nervous, obviously, around houses. Pulls one left, and we see that it's going directly at these houses. We're just like, whatever. These guys' houses probably get hit all the time, right? They live on a golf course. It's bound to happen. We kind of hear a little bit of a weird noise, and we're just like, whatever. It must have hit like a tree or, I don't know, something. A clay tile on the roof, whatever. So we start going up there. Luckily, his cart partner also hit it left, just not as far left. Go up there, kind of looking around. All of a sudden, we hear yelling. So my partner is on the right, kind of so am I. So we're kind of a little bit away from them. I end up going first, and all I hear is yelling, hey, you, come over here. So I'm kind of like looking around, like, what the hell's going on? The other cart's driving up behind us. They go left, veer over there. So we kind of follow. Like, someone broke our window. Come over here and take a look. And he was confused because he kept saying it was our front window. So this guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way I could have hit your front, sliding porch door. He's like, no, sorry. I mean, this one back here. You guys broke it. He's like, the guy that we're playing, I don't know, man. It wasn't me. He's like, what do you mean it wasn't you? You guys are the only people playing this hole. It's like, no, man, it wasn't us. so
You just drove away?
yeah, so we just drove away. In they go. That was it.
What?
Just-
Break.
It's like
So
there was
was
3
it
of
them,
them.
though, for
Oh,
sure?
100%. 100%. Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed about that story. I thought it was going to be like the hotel balcony that someone walked
Yeah,
through.
he never.
Oh,
he just said
no,
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
house.
I thought someone
Just a
ran
house.
into a
No.
glass door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Still
Still
see
funny,
it.
but I just had built it up in my mind a little bit to be
Yeah.
a little bit better.
Well,
I mean,
but
that
I
is a
mean-
break to get away with not having to pay for it.
The fact that he said no, that wasn't me, and we were clearly the only people playing that hole. I don't know. It's
hey, I think wouldn't the course pay for it? Like that windshield
you would
that's
think you got
in
to have some
Hamilton?
insurance.
Oh, the
Yeah.
course would be the ones paying for it. Yeah, talk to the course, and then just don't
Yep.
give them any information.
Yep, I agree.
And move on.
It is what it is.
No,
We're
that
back
would-
home. They won't find us now. So
Yeah. Speaking of moving on, Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah.
He's moved on from a sluggish start with not winning a tournament by absolutely demolishing an okay field.
Oh,
But he wanted to play his home game, right? So
I
is,
get why he
is Craig
played for
Ranch
sure.
like? Is that where he's from? Like they kept saying he won
I-
at home. He won at home. Is
I
that
think
just
that-
Texas in general?
well, they kept talking about him and Spieth both got their start the same year at this tournament as sponsors exemption. So that's kind of why he wanted to kind of give back to the tournament. Hey, you guys gave me my start. I'm going to come back and boost your field up, essentially.
Yeah. I'm going to go on a limb and say this will be the worst viewership to date for the PGA Tour.
For a bunch of reasons, yeah.
That field was not very good.
Field was very good.
I
Wire to
asked,
wire.
why was it so bad? Like, I wrote that down. Like,
Well, they
the
had
CJ Cup,
yeah.
Byron Nelson. Like, Byron Nelson's probably turning over in his grave.
Well, I mean, doesn't help though when a guy who's the best in the world, that when he gets a lead, he very rarely relinquishes it, and he's up by so many shots. I mean, obviously Friday, Hui goes out super quick, and it's like, okay, well, Scottie hasn't played yet, and then Scottie goes out and gets, what was he up by 2 on Friday?
Yeah, he shot 10 under the first.
Yeah,
day.
and it's just like, oh, here we go. And then Friday he's got the lead, and everyone's just like, well, don't even have to watch golf this weekend because there's no way on earth if Scottie's going 8 and 10 under that anyone's catching him.
Well, me and Brono were talking Sunday because remember I put in the group chat, like, let's quickly pool together $1 million to try and win 10 grand here. But what if he got hurt and ended up like losing? Like, you would have to kill yourself if you like pooled together $1 million because you're probably mortgaging your house, all this stuff. Like, you would have to just be like, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's gambling. And
It's true.
at
The
its
alternative
core.
is to tell your wife what happened.
Well, then she would kill me. So I'm that other way.
But no, it's when a guy that's playing that well and everyone knows they can't, when he's on, he's got the best game in the world. It's like, it's got to be demoralizing for the rest of the field. It's like, okay, well, like EVR, I'm playing for second. Now let's go play a separate tournament for second place.
Yeah. Especially when he hasn't really had it for the most part all year, and you're like, oh fuck, I guess he found it.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm screwed.
At least
we're-
Phil owned his comments.
Guess I was wrong.
Guess he was wrong.
He just didn't know he was going to play in a weak field.
Wasn't this a signature event last year or 2 years ago?
CJ
I
Cup.
don't remember.
CJ Cup
I don't
is,
think so.
it's been fairly well attended in the past, but not like,
Well, it used
Yes.
to be over in
Korea.
Asia.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was just like, why did anyone even tee it up on Sunday? Like, just
They're playing for
on
second.
to the next event.
Playing for second.
Yeah, there's huge.
Nothing.
Oh, just WD. There's huge implications for finishing in the top 10 for some of those guys.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
It's the points for later. Yeah.
Like EVR.
Like EVR. Yeah.
Like when
Yeah,
Roger
'cause he
Sloan
got
was messing around with a card. If you get one top 10, like you're pretty much set.
Well, you look at EVR this week, right? Because he ended up playing well, and he gets to play in the Truist this week, the signature event, because of how well he played last week. He's in
Yeah,
that
we'll get
Eon
to him
Sim
and,
5, but
and what he thinks about those.
yeah, I
with
love those
this-
comments.
Scottie has had the third most weeks at number 1, past Dustin Johnson.
that blew my mind because there was 25 people on that list.
Why does that blow your mind? That there's been 25 number 1s?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Like,
Well, what I think the top of the list is crazier. It's Tiger at 600 and whatever, then Norman at 300 and whatever, and then third place Scottie at like 136.
Yeah. Well, and Bernhard Longer's on there. He's had 1 week as world number 1. But I
I didn't
actually
see
think
Phil.
that
I didn't see Phil though.
he's never been. Never been.
but that is the crazy part, is only 25 ever.
Yeah. Like,
But when you factor in all those weeks, like, it's like
I
if a
guess.
guy's just holding on to it for
And
years.
the Tiger.
And the Tiger stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. But you think pre-Tiger, right? I guess.
Well, they
Norman-
didn't start
Norman
until
or something.
when did they start that? Number
Low
1.
Probably when Bernhard
90s.
Longer was number
Yeah.
1. 1 week.
Late 80s,
Yeah.
early
thought it
90s.
was
Bernhard
90s.
was it? They started with Bernhard.
Wasn't
and they lost
Faldo the
next week.
first number 1 ever?
Must have been 90s.
1986.
Oh,
Good
Guess
year.
not.
Really good year.
This is the first time in 18 years that a PGA Tour event and LPGA Tour event had wire-to-wire winners.
and they both won by more than 5 shots, too.
Do you know the two people the last time?
One was, well, who was it? I saw it today, or I saw it when I posted it.
Speaking of which, we should
You
do another
posted it?
trivia. We should do another trivia thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
we should.
trivia would be good.
Lorena Ochoa won
Give me
the
the
British Open.
initials or the.
Lefty. SF.
Oh yeah, Steve Flesh. Yeah.
Flesh.
Shit.
Reno Tahoe Open. But I mean, good thing he played this tournament and won by so much. It prepped him for his match with Grant Horvat today.
That thing had like 600,000 views on when I looked.
Can you imagine?
And
Already.
Scotty beat his brains in.
Did he?
Did he
What was
actually?
it?
He
Yeah,
started
gave him 5 strokes and beat him by 10.
really.
Yeah.
And probably would.
Well, 10. So he beat him by 5.
Oh,
10
okay.
total.
Yeah, yeah.
He shot 66. Grant shot 76.
It's not that bad. It's like
Yeah.
that's
This
bad.
trophy,
for Scotty, not
this
that bad
trophy's
for
still one of the best on tour.
Grant. Yeah. Get your initials in white.
Yeah, that's all I had for Scotty, I guess.
Yeah. EVR.
that was all
EVR.
there was.
Oh, I don't know.
There
There
was
was,
other
I knew
stats in
that
there.
you guys would have more stats if you want to bring them up. EVR did finish second, so he's into the Truist next week. But those comments he made about how he doesn't like signature events are actually
Bang on.
pretty bang on. Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
bang on.
Like,
So his comments were that it's great that I'm in this, but the best events are the ones with full fields where you're competing against more guys because anyone can turn it on any week.
Yep.
And it proves
there's a cut.
There's a cut, and it proves that the best for that week are the best.
Well, and he said,
Elevated
like, there's
events.
nothing better than a cut. Like, you don't make it, you go home, you get nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that is true competition.
You think about the NHL, there's 600 guys in the league, right? There's 20 guys on 30 teams. That's 600 guys that can all play. You know, there's probably 600 guys that could be on tour. They're close to the same
Yeah.
level.
But yeah,
so what's
and
wrong
that's the
with
thing,
having
100
144?
Yeah,
Like,
all the time.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this too. Like, it's to combat live and guys leaving to live. 100%, whether people want to agree with that or not. But I think it's ruining the PGA Tour more than it's hurting the live.
Well,
Like, why
And-
the signature events don't need to be a thing, in my mind.
even when they first came up, that was kind of the counterpoint to it. It's like, why are you having no cut events? Yes, you want to get those guys they have to be there. You want to make sure they're there for all 4 rounds. But if they're good and they're those guys, they're going to make the cut and they're going to be there for 4 rounds. Like, that's the whole point of it. And you play poorly that week. Like, guys in elevated events losing those tournaments by 15 shots is not the spirit of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
No, and like, yes, it gets all the big name players in a tournament together, which is what they
But they
think
can
people
do that anyway. Yeah.
But they already were. Like,
Yes,
they
that's what I mean.
already go to the Genesis and they already go to the Memorial and they all, like, it doesn't have to be a signature event. Like, those ones, the lore of the PGA Tour and all that stuff is kind of gone out the window.
And if you want to do it that way, you get to decide what the groupings are. So just
Yeah,
put
your
the
feature
like
groups.
they could literally have an elevated event but not an elevated event. The top 80 guys all play in the same groups, and then the back half, the other wave, is all the rest of them.
And you know what? It'd probably make for more intense tournaments. Like, those back half guys playing with their equals
Mm-hmm.
versus having a random dude up with Scotty or Rory or JT or whatever. Like, the nerves for them, like,
Yeah,
aren't as high.
make them an elevated event for fans and viewing on TV by putting the top 25 in the world or 26 in the world in their pairings all together.
Yeah.
And then the second wave, and in the back to back to back, all in the same wave. And then the second wave, the other set, is all the back half of the world rankings.
Yeah.
It
Do it
just
that
seems
way.
silly.
And only televise the times that you have your big guys on.
Or have more featured groups.
Like, there's ways to do it where you can still have the spirit of cut, because that's the thing that I think all of us hate about elevated events, is where a guy who's playing poorly that week has to play all 4 rounds and loses. And you look at an elevated event and the winner's 17 under and last place is 5 over.
Yeah.
Like, I should.
I mean, I
You
get
look
it.
at that and you're
Yeah.
like, how did that guy get in that tournament, or why does that guy have to play 4 rounds?
it just gives 50, journeymen or
Yeah,
kind of journeymen the chance to pull off the impossible.
a good week.
Right? Not the impossible, but to pull it off and beat the best in the world. And
It's no
those are the best stories.
Yeah.
That's what makes the PGA Tour better than the Live. It's because those guys win once in a while
Tyler
against the
Duncan.
best.
Well, that's
and
the thing.
It's
like,
the huge career-defining victory that sets them up for 2 years.
Like if
really,
what?
life, right?
Yep.
You win once on the tour and you're set for life.
Assuming that
Essentially, right?
assuming that you make 30 to 40% of your cuts in your 2 free years.
Yeah.
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 Because there are some guys that they win their one tournament, the next 2 years they completely piss away, and it's just like, oh, I actually lost money in these 2 years, and
Yeah.
now with $1 million.
But they still got to pay you that $2 million or whatever you like 1.3
That's
or
their
whatever it
quote.
is. Right? Yeah.
So
yeah, no, they just need to fix that.
Yeah.
What else you got? EVR did. He was 23 under and lost by 8.
Yeah.
Like that is pretty insane.
Yeah.
But that
I had
speaks
written
more
down.
I was gonna say, what was that stat? Was that you posted that one?
the front 9 stat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat everybody just by playing the front 9 this week.
But that was early because he was 22 under on the front, and they had EVR at 21. He finished 23. So
Oh, yeah. My favorite stat of the week was imagine making the cut at a tour event and still losing by 33. Because that's what John Pack did this week.
33.
He finished 2 over. Yeah.
oh, that's a tough one.
Speaking of elevated events,
That's nuts. 33.
Just a couple quick
At an
ones
easy
here.
place.
Sam Burns was 5th. He's had a bit of a rough stretch, so good for him. And Spieth was 4th. Is he back?
62 Sunday?
yep,
He,
Texas.
he must be back. They invited him to play this week again. He got a sponsors exemption this week.
Good for him.
His 4th of the year. He said he's super inspired by Rory's win at the Masters too. So look out at the PGA maybe.
Might take him.
Hmm.
That's in a couple weeks, isn't it?
Yes.
Next weekend?
Ben Griffin, I wrote down.
Week after this, yep.
Just because he won the Zurich Classic playing a max fly.
Yeah, that
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently that ball is supposed to be really, really good.
And
cheat.
they liked it
Yeah.
so much that they played it in alternate as well.
Yeah.
It's the same as a super soft, isn't it?
No, super softs are terrible.
You're not supposed to say that. I'm trying to
Chrome
pump up
softs
Callaway.
are the best in the whole entire
well,
world.
I know that, but
Super,
trying to
they feel like a squash ball when you hit them.
I played some of my best golf on the weekend with a Strixon soft feel.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
He found it.
Anyways, the max fly didn't work this week. He missed the cut.
Yeah,
but
I had him in.
Oh, yeah.
DraftKings.
Gotta switch to Callaway.
and then Davis Riley finished 45th, but he self-reported a 2-stroke penalty for using the slope adjustment on his rangefinder. So, I mean, takes a stand-up guy to do that because who would ever know?
No one else is going to know.
So good on him. And then he made an
Yeah.
eagle later the next round, I think, or was
Yeah,
it
on
that
the
round?
His last hole.
Yeah, his last hole,
Yep.
but same round as the 2-stroke. No, that was the day before because it was on 17.
I know it was same day. It was on Friday.
But he started on the back?
Yep.
Okay, that makes more sense then. Yeah, so that, I guess, karma.
Mm-hmm.
Golf
That's all I
gods.
had for CJ Cup, unless you got Canadians.
We're going to skip that segment this week. All 4 missed the cut.
Ooh, Ace's birthday shots of the week. Leishman and Burmeister made aces on the live. And then you guys wanted me to put Sam Wills.
I put Sam Wills in there just for Rusty Shovel Sean because he knows him, plays with him, Deer Valley, and
What
Sean's
hole?
still looking for that. What is it? 5?
4.
4?
Oh, the
4.
little shorty.
Yeah, a little short one.
That'd be a cool hole to get a hole in one
It would
on.
be.
Yeah.
If you brought it back down the hill to a
Yep.
front
Be
pin.
able to
Yeah.
see it go in.
It looked like it was to that exact.
I hit it in the water on that hole every time.
Just
I
like
think
eat
that
birch.
was the pin though. It looked like he was picking it out of the front, so he could have
Ooh.
very well zipped that back down into it.
Easy.
I'm sure Sean will text me and tell me what happened. So if you're listening to Sean, keep that chase going. But he's definitely gonna text me now.
What was the Facebook post from Deer Valley?
He
and the
took-
caption.
he whipped out his wedge, took a swing, and watched it go right in that hole.
It rolled up. And
Rolled back and right into the cup.
Birthdays.
There's already 2 aces at the Hillcrest in the first opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Easy course.
One fake, but that's fine.
That's definitely fake, yep. Birthdays. Pretty big week for birthdays. Rory's birthday, JT's birthday, and Brooks Koepka's birthday.
Mm.
And Johnny Miller's birthday. And I saw this kind of neat stat about Johnny Miller. Did you guys know he was the first to shoot 63 in a major? Do you guys know that?
Not as neat as the Rory stat about him being 36 years old and never attending a hockey game.
Oh,
I don't think that's very odd.
It's
I
What was
mean,
your comment? Have you ever seen him throw a
Never
baseball?
throwing out, never
have
throwing
you
a
seen?
baseball.
Did you
would
see
be-
him that?
Yeah,
at
Red Sox.
yeah,
was it?
Fenway. I
That was-
100% believe he's never seen a hockey game.
Oh,
Not a
he's
sports
teen
guy.
Everything.
one sport athlete.
One sport athlete. Yep.
Soccer fan, I would imagine. Like, they're different over there. Shots of the week.
Don't have one.
Is
I'm
it-
taking
I
the
didn't watch any.
LPGA from the Rocks. Best shot
Oh,
ever.
yeah,
I
yeah.
heard. Knoop want to weigh in?
That shot was 100 times harder than Sungjae.
Harder. She could see the hole easily. Sungjae
Doesn't
was
matter.
completely blind.
All he had to do was hit it like 140
Oh.
yards.
It was
and then
it was
just rolled onto the
200,
green.
man. It was 200
Regardless.
from the rocks, and he hit it to an inch.
Doesn't matter. That shot's easier than hitting out of a fairway bunker.
The only reason she got spin on that is because it touched the tree and it created spin
Oh,
on
you
the
think
way
so, eh?
through.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Mine's Scotty's flub chip or whatever that came back to him when he was up by 9. Everybody made a big deal about. So golfers are human, or he is human. Shut the fuck up. Like, just looking
The
for
comment
something.
should have been
They
like,
just
"Oh,
said
the
look-
wheels are falling off."
Yeah. Yeah. The guy who
all
mortgaged
right.
his house is getting nervous here.
Yeah, exactly.
News. Yeah.
News. Did you guys see this story about the golf courses using robot dogs or drones
To bring you.
to bring you food and beverages on the course?
Dogs? Robot dogs?
Robot dogs.
I hope those aren't a thing.
Yeah. It looks sweet.
After my experience last week, I would love that.
Yeah,
Anything.
Yes.
so that first dog that goes out, someone is breaking its leg with a golf club.
Is that someone new?
No, I would never do that. But I saw some psychopath hit a turtle with their golf club in BC one time.
No.
Yeah. And like smushed the thing.
Should have been
No
shot. Should have been
way.
shot on the spot.
Yes, I agree.
Like people
That's
are just
disgusting.
fucked. So like that robot dog, like someone's just clipping those legs out from underneath it. 100%.
I think they're gonna try.
Even though it's bringing that person food.
I don't. Well, it's got to run by the other holes.
Oh yeah.
And like, how many people are gonna steal the food?
Maybe it's got a lock on it, and you have to get the code when you order it.
Oh, maybe.
Drone
opens
makes
it up.
sense. Then you can just fly that thing right to the guy that ordered it.
Yeah. What if you're near an airport?
Well, but robot dogs. That's pretty stupid.
I actually think if the dog, if it had a latch on the top, and then when you ordered it, it's like the code to open this dog is this, and then you press in the code.
I think it would
So-
have to be that.
So then it opens, you get your food, and then they know that you've opened it.
So-
and then you have your food.
It's just a cooler with legs. Then.
Yeah, that's
like
exactly what it
why
is.
are we calling these dogs?
Yeah.
It's a cooler with legs. It's a dog cooler. But
Huh.
that makes perfect sense.
Someone's gonna fuck that dog. Yeah, I don't know. It's they're gonna
Next.
cause all sorts of problems. I mean, you can't even drive your golf cart in some parking lots at some courses. So
Nope.
what are we doing?
Remember when I got
posted-
stuck at Elkridge?
yeah.
I couldn't back up or anything.
Yeah, we drove like 4 feet, not even a cart width length, into like the past the cart no cart
Yeah.
sign, and the thing just like
Died.
dead and like locked the brakes. We
Yeah.
couldn't even move this thing. It was brutal. Did you guys see they did the pond jump last week at the Chevron
Mm-hmm.
Classic?
The longest one to ever stay in it.
Yeah, because they didn't know how to swim.
Oh, I didn't see that part. I just thought it.
None of them knew how to swim. They had to send people in to go get them.
Oh, I just thought they.
Actually,
they-
Yes.
Why not throw on a life jacket?
Isn't it? Wasn't it? Can you stand up in it?
I think the old one, like this is the
Just
new course.
walk.
Yeah, like 17 at Sawgrass.
Use your legs and walk. I can't swim as they're standing in the water.
Yeah, but the bottom might be yucky.
Yeah. You don't want to sink. Yeah, so they couldn't swim. So yeah, people had to jump in and like drag them
wow.
out.
Throwing ropes at them and shit.
Just that big hook that you never see anyone use at the pool.
Yeah.
Put your kids in swimming lessons if you're listening to this.
It's amazing how
You
many
gotta
people
learn how to
can't
swim.
swim.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
wild.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And like it's honestly something that you don't really need to be that good at, and you
No.
can just swim forever.
Yeah.
I just remember when I was taking swimming lessons, like as a kid, and in order to pass the one thing, you had to tread water for a minute.
Yeah.
And you used to think that was the hardest thing on the planet to do, and
Well,
then
when
now
you're
as an
8
adult,
years old or whatever, yeah.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like it was so hard, and then now you hop in the pool. It's like if you can't tread water, if you swam at all in your life and you can't tread water for a minute, it's like that. I thought that was hard.
Yeah.
So
Just about getting the fundamentals.
yeah.
Big news: Brant Snedeker and Jeff Ogilvy were named captains for the President's Cup in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hate it.
Where's that one? Medina, right?
It sounds
No.
right. Yes.
I think it is.
President's Cup.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Somewhere in the States.
Yep. So I mean that'll be another blowout probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then that video with Padraig Harrington saying golf is an addiction, but not just for golfers, but for caddies. Did you guys
That
watch
was cool. Did you guys not watch that?
No,
Well,
what
you're
was
probably
it?
gone. Just like the thrill of it, like the fact that you could change your life in any given week being a caddy,
Yeah.
right? But you
And
might
really,
go.
you only work 25 weeks.
You only work 25 weeks, and you could go years and years and years with just barely making it, just barely scraping by.
But when you do,
But if your guy wins, right, you're making a year's worth of pay in 1 week at least.
Yeah.
I
It's
get
cool.
it.
Well, I think
Yeah.
like
It's like
EBR
a-
is
it's like
I
a-
everybody
still
on the-
want to be a caddy.
It's a gamble. It's 100% a gamble.
Well, just think of those guys that are on the Corn Ferry Tour carrying bags, hoping their guy makes the PGA, so then they can get bigger
Especially
checks.
those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not talking
Usually
Scottie's
buddies.
caddy here. But
I know, but they're usually they're with buddies, and then those you get into the pros, and you talk to. We've had plenty of caddies on the show where it's like, yeah, there's guys like hanging out, trying to find new bags, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like they know they're good at what they do, but they just got to get on with the right guy.
Yeah. You think you're taking a gamble trying to make it into the PGA Tour? With
Now-
the caddy.
Now do the same thing for 10% of the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of those guys work in those other 27 weeks of the year, right?
Yeah.
They
They
have
have
to.
to.
I
Yeah.
have to do something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to do some hydro seeding or some bullshit.
Something, something easy.
Something easy. Yeah.
You just
Oh.
spray the ground, don't you?
Yeah, just toss grass on it.
Next, Joe Griner is
Speaking
now
of
on
caddies, yeah,
Morikawa's bag.
Yeah, crazy.
revolving door, yeah, weird.
Who's JT's caddy?
Just one of his buddies. I don't know. He's been on his bag for a year or two. Same
he
guy
have
that
Bones
took
for a
over
little
after
bit?
Bones. Yeah, same guy that took after.
Okay. I just feel like would have kept Joe after the win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Now he's on Morikawa's bag. Make sure the butt plugs are in the bottom right pouch.
Bottom right.
In the middle pocket.
Next.
Old Mikey Block qualified for the PGA Championship.
That's
yeah.
easily the worst news of the week.
I just hope I'm kind of okay with it, and I just want him to suck complete shit at that tournament.
Like 82, 84.
Yes, exactly that. I wouldn't even. It could be 92. That'd be fine too.
Are they going to pair him with Rory, you think, for the first round?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Rory Spieth and Michael Block.
who's more likely to get a
isn't it?
hole in one though?
Oh, no. Isn't it threesomes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that don't let that put a downer on the next major. Here's a big one. John Elway killed a guy on a golf cart.
That is a big one.
His former agent and business partner, I guess that guy was standing on the back, and
Oh, that's what it was.
yeah, and he hit
Oh.
something and fell off and hit his head.
You can't
Oh, I
be
didn't
right.
see that.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know why it's so funny that it's John Elway, but I mean it's not funny, but
How old is too old to ride on the back of a golf cart? Like, what's the absolute cap? 60?
Like in what regard? Like you got
55?
you're like have your bag on a cart.
You're
and
just
you like
you're
stand on the
just
back?
on the little. You're
Ledge.
just standing on the back bumper.
Well, how old was that guy? Because that's the number.
Yes.
1 year less.
It's a couple days. Even.
Well, you never know.
We might even be too old.
Nah.
It's close.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
Shouldn't
think I
make
trust you
jokes about
anyway.
it.
You just dump your kid out of the golf cart all the time.
Yeah, we already went through the power rankings for best golf cart drivers in this group, though, and I'm number one.
You didn't take that into account though.
No,
where's Knoop once he figures out how to drive an electric cart, though?
Those brakes, man.
He's super jerky.
Very jerky.
Side to side jerky too.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Knoop's
like
not.
one like
Knoop's 4 in this group. I actually think.
No, he's not.
Harv's not bad.
Harv, you're worried about. You're worried that John Elway's driving.
Don't stand on the back. Don't stand on the back. Did you see Callaway has those custom weights for those clubs we got?
They've
Like you
changed
get
them.
colors
Oh, really?
in the
Oh, I like that.
yeah. So that's kind of neat.
What color would you guys have got?
Probably
Forest
black.
green.
Green.
Probably black. They're nice. They're
For
good
what?
enough.
For what?
The little black
The black
inserts
insert
in
on the
our
back.
irons, you can get custom colors now.
Forest
Oh.
green for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever they give me.
Maybe, but they make them in black now. Irons now, I think, don't they?
Mm.
The 200s and the 300s.
Not the same.
No.
Kind of the same though.
They look exactly the same, yes, but
But
they're
just-
more forgiving. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe me.
Big news for the RBC Canadian Open. Billy Talent and Sam Roberts.
That's the two.
Yeah,
Sam Roberts.
I'd go to Billy Talent.
Me too.
What?
Billy Talon would be better than Sam Roberts.
Oh,
live.
100%.
Yeah.
Billy Talent would be awesome.
I've never been a big Sam Roberts guy. He's got pretty good
Yeah.
music. Like, he's talented, but I just don't.
I've
really
seen
like
him
his
once.
music.
He opened for Tragically Hip the one time when they came here.
Oh yeah.
He was good.
Plus, you got to think like TPC Toronto. It's going to be on a hole again, like
Yeah.
Hamilton was. Like that would
Yeah.
be a pretty good concert.
Billy Talent. That's our ending
Watch
song.
out for
now.
the
Billy's
railway
Rusted
ties.
from the Rain.
No, that. What is it? Try honestly. Try honestly. That one. That's the one.
Rusted from the Rain's pretty good.
I mean, FGL isn't my favorite either, but they were fun to go to live.
They were unreal. I knew it was gonna be.
Fuck, man. That was there was how many people were there?
So, it is Try Honestly.
38,000.
That song-
38,000.
Yes.
I was gonna say 18,000.
That song is.
I
Called
thought it
Try
was more than
Honestly.
Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a
Yeah.
tweet?
Yeah, on one hole.
That
Yeah.
drone footage was just.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last, before we go around the world, Luke. Oh no, this is also RBC Canadian Open news. Luke Clanton and what's his name? Ben Sargent, Dean Sargent, Gordon Sargent. Are both debuting their pro debuts at the RBC Canadian Open.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. And a few other guys announced today: Homa, Lowry.
Rose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Surprised Lowry's going back.
One of the big
after-
names announced.
Doesn't he hate that? Doesn't he hate the country?
Well, he certainly hates the volunteers.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they announced that Osprey's hosting again next year, right?
Yes.
back to back.
Yep.
Like
It
a
was supposed to-
different.
It was supposed to be Oakdale, the one that same host that Nick Taylor won at, but for whatever reason they didn't want to do it and didn't follow through and give it back to TPC. So
Wasn't it supposed to be Hamilton one of these years?
Yeah. They're supposed to go back
don't know.
there too.
Yeah.
I think it
thought
was supposed to be next year.
I thought it was supposed to be next year.
Switch maybe.
They got to go out west once.
One
I
time.
don't care where.
Come
Just
out here.
once.
Dakota Dunes.
Oh fuck.
They
if
can
anywhere,
have the,
if anywhere in Saskatchewan can host it, it'd be them.
That's probably correct.
You're probably right.
I mean, or Elkridge, but no.
They would never go to a
They
course
couldn't
like
go-
that.
Never go to Elkridge.
Okay, round the world. Live Korea won by Bryson, DeChambeau, and the Crushers also won. So that doesn't happen all that often. But the big video of Bryson came out earlier in the week where he was whining about the bunkers at the Mexico tournament.
Yep. You forgot to act for a little bit.
He would look like a little baby back bitch. in that thing.
he did, yeah.
Baby back.
He's like, someone could break their wrist on this. Like, I
Just
don't
looking
know,
out
man.
for everyone, maybe.
Yeah. other big things, Matty B kind of alluded to this, but all these guys join the Live for less travel, but then they're going Mexico, Korea, North Carolina in a 5-week stretch.
It's
3-week
crazy.
stretch
That's
or 4-week
easy.
stretch. Yeah.
They probably have a couple weeks off after that.
Yeah,
They could
I
probably
guess.
fly. You could fly all the way around the world on that route.
Yeah, you could.
So Bryson beat. So the John Rahms, are you going to get in there next?
Yeah.
John Rahm.
John Rahm is he a top 5 player in the world is the big question around this.
Well, that golf rankings had him
Yeah,
4 still.
Data
the
golf
data
had him
rank.
at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just some dude.
Yeah,
Like
He's
the-
top 20 mate.
The top 10 streak is impressive, but is there 9 golfers on the Live? Like, is there 9 actual good players on the Live, or 10 actual good players? Because
Well,
once you get to
I don't know.
6, it's like
So Bryson,
Cliff.
Brooks, Rahm,
Brooks doesn't care, so he's kind of a halfer. Bryson, Brooks, Rahm,
Half.
Smith, and Neiman, and then
Maybe
where do you go
DJ.
after that?
Maybe DJ.
Burmeister's okay. He had a good. He was
There
good.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if
Keep
you guys
talking.
are
You didn't
wondering-
even say it with a straight face. Like,
Yeah. You're the one saying that Scheffler's win should even count this week because the field was so weak.
No, I didn't say that. I did
No.
not
Oh,
say
I think
that.
you did.
What I
You
what
did.
I said was Phil didn't anticipate Scottie playing in a shit field event.
Yeah.
there
That's
was
all.
literally 49 people to pick from, and you go Dean Burmeister's pretty good.
He's won a couple
Like you could have
times.
said anyone else.
Certainly at least 10 other guys.
Holy cripes. Yeah, so I mean he's top 10 in all 19 events he's played in the Live, with 2 wins. I mean, he's probably not top 5 in the. Now, if he had top 10s in majors still, I would give it to him.
But he's
Well,
not.
but
Data
he-
golf
same with
is
Neiman.
all of their shots or their strokes gained, right? In all the events that they've ever played.
Yeah, but that's
In the last
relation
2
to the
years.
field.
Look at the field he's playing
I-
against.
I trust what that site
Of
is.
course
putting
you
out.
do.
They're a reputable.
Is Neiman a
place.
top 10 player in the world right now? I can't give it to him. He's not. He can't perform in a major.
You might be right.
Mm.
You
You
might be
can't
right
give
there.
him top 10 in the world right now.
But if you can't
Even
give
though Matt
Neiman top
McNeely is.
10, how can you give
John
Rahm top
Yeah,
5?
it's true.
I think you can.
I'd give John
still
Rahm
got the
top
talent.
10. I'd give John Rahm top 10 in the world.
Yeah.
But like 5?
Who's? Oh no, he's
Like he ain't
4,
better. He ain't better than Aberg right now, is he? Rahm?
according to Data Golf. Aberg is like
Is he better than
20th.
Morikawa?
yes, by 1.
But like,
Ain't.
I'm not talking about on there. I don't
In
care about
general,
there. I'm just talking
I
about
think-
real.
I do
Like,
think
are
so.
they
Who's
better?
the top?
I certainly believe he's better than Colin.
Who's the top 5 on there?
Could be.
Scheffler, Rory, Bryson, Rahm, Morikawa are the top 5.
I don't think Rahm's
Thomas
there.
is 6
Yeah, he's been playing
Well,
well.
because
Are
he's
you
had a
ch-
good couple months.
Yeah, but you're trying to legitimize Rahm up there by Thomas being on there. We're trying to say that those aren't legitimate at all. So sure,
That's fair.
like Aberg's got to be up there. Oh,
Maybe there's just not as many good golfers anymore.
There isn't.
they're just all good.
Not as dominant for sure.
Yeah,
Because some of the names that you associate with being good aren't that good anymore. Like Spieth.
that's true.
Aberg
Right.
is 16 in here.
I'd probably have him
It's
higher.
like
All right,
Hovland.
next.
Where's Hovland? In
Probably
real rankings right now, he's probably not even in the top 10.
He's not. He's probably
Might
not
have
top
been
20.
Yeah. Finau's gone. Like there's guys that are just gone now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anyways, moving on. Champions Tour, the Insperity Invitational, won by Stuart Sink. This is the Kubert Trophy, if you guys remember talking
yeah, I
that
do.
one.
Yeah,
But here's the interesting nugget of this tournament. Stephen Alker, 45th.
whoa.
Very interesting.
Weir
and,
would be
and actually somewhat
Yes.
satisfying.
he tied David Duval this week. So
Wow.
Weir was 11th and Ames was 28th. The Corn
Nice,
Ferry
Mike.
tournament, the Tulum Championship, was won by Bryson Nimmer. beat Stumac in a playoff.
Ah,
Yeah, I was gonna say Stumac. I thought was going to win that tournament.
And great trophy, like if you were to shoot a tiger and hang the head on your wall,
Yeah.
like on a plaque style thing.
so you jinxed him, maybe? Stumac?
Yep.
Ew. Creighton and Anderson were 44th. Roger Sloan was 50th, and Etienne Papineau missed the cut. The Americas Tour, the Diner Club Peru Open, was won by Hunter Wilcott. AJ Ewart was 10th, Chris Crisologo 41st, Brandon McDougall 46th, and Lauren Rowe was 60th. And then the LPGA, the Black Desert Championship was won by Hiran Ryu. Brooke Henderson was 12th, Savannah Grewal 31st, and Maudie LeBlanc and Elena Sharp missed the cut. And there was no tournament on the DP World Tour, so we are done the news.
I'm interested to
right.
see what the ratings were for Scottie's win this week because they've been getting better and better. It's been looking pretty good lately, but when you're up by 8,
And a bad field.
even if it's the best player in the world, are people tuning in? Probably not.
Not in a bad field.
Nope.
No.
It's gonna be bad.
The
Yeah.
guy who, what was he, minus 200 or something to win this?
But the sick
No,
thing
it
is,
was heavy favorite.
Plus 280. Like Scottie, you mean?
Yeah, at the start. But he
plus
was
280.
like minus after day one or something like that.
Probably.
but back in Tigers' day, if he's up 8 going into Sunday, I think the viewership might even go up. People just were sick about that with him.
It's a good point.
What do you mean
They just
sick?
wanted
Like,
to watch him
perverted about
dominate.
it?
Wanted to go
Like it
with
was a kink of theirs?
But people were obsessed with his domination.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Who knows what kind of pills he was taking? Pick recap.
making the cut.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing making the cut.
Why wouldn't we?
You're supposed to
This
do
is
the
an hour
couples.
and 7 minutes in.
Oh,
We can. I still have pairs from last week.
got to do it.
Okay.
Pair of twos.
I mean, I can do cheeses right now. I can come up with 8 on the spot. No
Yeah,
problem.
it won't be. You got to put the time in.
Couple-
I
after
bought
that.
some blue
Cup-
cheese
so
last
last week-
weekend. So good.
Last week was couples pairs, and we went with food.
Yeah.
So I just still have last week's pairs. People
People pairs.
pairs.
Romeo and Juliet.
No, they're not that good.
Oh,
That's why I went to food.
Uh-oh.
All right. They're okay.
Those
Okay.
two Muppets.
All right. Number 1, Dale and Brennan from Step Brothers.
well, I mean, what are you talking about? They're not that good. That's a really good start.
Number 2 is Batman and Robin. 3 is Mario and Luigi.
Well, before you go any further, if we cut them, they just never existed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
dead.
Number 4 is John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Number 5 is Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. I also have / Brady and Gronk if you prefer either of those two tight end quarterback pairs.
Nope, don't prefer either. of them.
Number 6 is Wayne and Garth. Number 7 is Maddox and Glavin. And number 8 is Hall and Oates. Because if you get rid of them, you make my dreams come true. It disappears.
How about you dogging John Smoltz though?
Well, I didn't know. I was like Maddox
I
and
thought
Sm-
that too. I was like,
Maddox
what
and
about Smoltz?
Well,
Especially on a
Glavin
golf
was-
pod. Like, Smoltz is the golfer.
Yeah, but Glavin was better.
All right, I'll go first. Easiest cut ever, Mahomes and Kelsey. Fuck
Yeah,
them
for
both.
sure, yeah.
Fuck Brady and Gronk. I'm cutting. That's actually tough now. Real tough. I'm cutting John and Paul.
What?
Whatever.
You want the Beatles to never exist?
Yeah, I got to cut Hall and Oates instead.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
I'm keeping John and Paul. I'm keeping Dale and Brennan.
Yep.
Keeping Batman and Robin. I'm cutting Mario and Luigi.
Really? Keeping Wayne and Garth then?
No, I'm keeping Maddox and Glavin.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, cutting Wayne and Garth. Wayne and
Alright.
Garth is an easy cut.
Yeah, they're not.
So
it's not
I'm
that great.
I'm keeping Mario and Luigi
okay.
first. Batman and Robin. Got to keep the Beatles.
You got to keep Dale and Brennan.
And I think, yeah, you got to keep Dale and Brennan. I could care less about those fucking Braves. So,
Yeah, and Hall and Oates. And did you cut the Beatles?
no, I kept the Beatles.
Okay.
Harv and I are close.
98 Braves.
I'm keeping Dale and Brennan, keeping Batman and Robin, keeping Mario and Luigi, and keeping Wayne and Garth.
Really?
The other 4 are gone.
It's an all-time movie.
Not a music guy. Hey?
Yes.
Dale and
those
Brennan
guys,
was the
yeah.
first one on my list for a reason. They're the best pair maybe ever.
Now, if it was Ja and Nelly, you would have.
Cut now.
2 weeks ago, he's keeping them though, and then he saw
right.
them live.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, mine would be. Actually, I'm gonna cut Batman and Robin.
I mean,
Dale and
they're
Brennan.
not that important.
Yeah, Dale and Brennan, Mario, Luigi, the Beatles,
More of a Marvel guy.
and then I have to keep Pat and Travis.
Yeah,
It's
you
my
would have
list.
to,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
We all kept
Three
Dale and Brennan.
sequels.
That movie's so good.
That movie's
It's-
so
yeah.
good. It's where I got it from.
You
Literally,
want to punch me right now, don't you?
I laughed so hard I almost fell off my dinosaur. Okay, we doing picks on the pod for 2 tournaments.
Is there 2 tournaments this week?
Yes,
Yes.
we should do it off the pod.
Well,
In the
I
interest of time, at an hour and 10.
I only wrote people down for the truest. I didn't even look.
I have
Alright.
Truist ready.
No,
I got both ready.
We gotta do.
What's the other tournament?
One Flight
Myrtle
Myrtle Beach
Beach.
Classic.
The hell is that?
Let's just do them off the
So
pod
this is
in
a
group chat.
signature event, the Truist?
Yes.
Wow.
What did the
A
truest
week-
used to be?
I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
I'll look it up.
Unfortunately, they do have that.
Can we
Creator
do it-
Classic?
Can we do it off
Again
the
this
pod?
week?
Yeah, they
We can do
do.
it off the pod. I don't care.
Let's do it off the pod.
Well, yeah, just everyone look them up and send them to me, and I'll make the.
Yeah, too easy.
Oh, this is at,
Wells Fargo.
this is normally supposed to be at Quail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it makes sense. So we got to do them off the pod. We don't want to ruin it for the people. We'll just post it in our slide.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, none of you are allowed to take Lucas Glover because I am.
Okay, that's fair.
I had him on my list. He's first on the list.
Well, you can take him. I'm picking before you, so
Yeah.
you have the option to copy.
Yeah.
Right. So Knoop has to post his. Then.
What are the points at though?
Oh,
At
yeah, you
least
got to do
that.
the recap for sure.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So I guess this past week I had Sam Ryder and Luke List miss the cut. Chris Gotterup made the cut for 3 points. Matty B had Joel Damon who missed the cut. Isaiah Salinda who made the cut, and Harry Hall made the cut for 4 points. Bronell had Max McGreevy who made the cut, but unfortunately ZJ and Svensson both missed, so he
Oh,
only got
nice.
3 points.
ZJ did miss. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
and Knoop had
Hui almost.
Hui for 1 point, and then Seamus Power and whatever that Choi was.
Sungbin.
Sung Bien Choi. Both
Nice.
zeros for 1 point.
So we
the-
got one. It worked for us, boys.
Gained
the
a couple.
standings
Hui
are
Miss a pod. Sorry.
That's fine.
the standings are Knoop 105, Bronell 89, Harv 86, Matty B 77.
All right.
Major coming up. Double points next
Yep.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a
Two
chance.
this week. I mean, I could be in the lead in 2 weeks here.
Yeah, for sure.
Could get 18 points this week.
I can't wait to play Billy Talent here in a minute.
A lot of other options too, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Beatles.
right. Beatles. All that. I should have
Hall
put
and
so many
Oates.
music on.
Yeah.
Hall and Oates.
Maneater?
Manny. I think it's got to be Make My Dreams Come True.
It's probably gonna be Billy.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys got anything else you want to talk about? Hopefully we'll play a couple rounds each this week.
I won't be.
Okay, fair.
Play Friday. That's it.
Actually, I might play tomorrow after work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Maybe with Arv. But until
We'll
then,
see.
it's time for us to hit the clubhouse.